A tactical brainstorm for my approach to a pursuit of a world record in the 1 mile road run. So it's a tactical brainstorm because a brainstorm is kind of like throwing stuff out there, just kind of here it all is. This is a tactical brainstorm because it's not quite like that. There's a little bit of structure, so I don't, people would be like, I said, but that's not a brainstorm. You're right, it's a tactical brainstorm. Okay, so I am Tanis Coralee Leonhardi. This is my YouTube channel, Tanis Leonhardi. So I am going to go, Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, I'm going to go through a tactical brainstorm for my approach to a pursuit of a world record in the 1 mile run. Women's, as I am a she, her, hers. Okay, so that's the introduction. Up first is coach. I am my own coach in running. I have been my own coach in running since I started running in January 2006. It is now January 2024. It's working for me. I've had moments in there where I don't know if I can make it as a coach, and I've had some finding of there's some stuff that's just kind of like if I can't find it on my own with myself as coach, maybe I can't find it with a coach, but maybe there's at least one external perspective. And in finding John Landy from the past in the Swedish runners of the 1940s and 1950s, there's in returning to road running this year and kind of dispelling a lot of any last lingering doubts kind of about whether I could do this kind of approach or an approach of achieve a 1 mile run, world record in the road run, 1 mile road run. Those doubts have been quelled a bit by my return this year and achieving something that I was kind of like, well, if I wanted a confirmation that I could, something like this would need to happen. And I'll link to that. Yesterday I recapped what that was. So it's my recap video for my first Landy inspired run or walk run, which was yesterday, Tuesday, 23 January 2024. And I'll link that video in the video description, as well as my running playlist. So yeah, so some stuff has happened, and very recently, as in this year, 2024, I'm filming this on Wednesday, 24 January 2024. So that was kind of like, if this stuff doesn't come to be in at least semi-timely manner, maybe I need another coach, but if it does happen, I need it. There are indicators that me staying my own coach would be worthwhile. Whether I achieve the world record or a world record, more specifically, but a, or not, it would be worth at least seeing it through. I mean, right, it started in 2006 and it's now 2024. Same month, right, January to January. It would suck to give up now and have it go a different way, kind of thing. Okay. The second category, training and support groups. So running training partners in my pursuit for a world record in the 1 mile road run. Jakob Ingebrigtsen, Kyle Chalmers, Dominique Szoboszlai, Léon Marchand, Ed Sheeran, and Shane Cassis. I can hear there's the tiny heartbeat of this little ribbiting frog that just keeps getting closer. You know, ribbit, that's Léon Marchand. So he wants to be very much my, they all do, but I'd say currently it might be like, in terms of the desire to be my first training partner, it's like Léon Marchand, Dominique Szoboszlai, Jakob Ingebrigtsen, Kyle Chalmers, Ed Sheeran, and Shane Cass is kind of tied as to like the order of those training partners, right? Because I'm myself as coach, so taking them on would mean me coaching them, which would also, spoiler alert, if you're one of them and you want me to be your coach and train with me and stuff, you'd be running the same sets as me. Yeah, right. I've spent these years coaching myself and only myself, so branching out would mean consistency across all people I coach, kind of thing. House husband / homebody is Andrei Minikov. Family, so parents, aunt, grandma, sister, and brother-in-law. Who knows? Maybe my sister and brother-in-law end up, pursuing swimming, and they're over at Innisarden Pool, and you know, my mom goes over and watches them swim and reads a book on the pool deck or writes down their times and stuff. And maybe dad pursues javelin throw, you know, maybe and maybe my aunt does her jazzercise, you know, but gets back to running. She was a high school state championships runner when she was in high school, and she's kept up with running since then. And then my grandma, maybe she's number one uno in speed walking or spectating, or you know, some combination or something like that. So there we go. And then passion project of promoting people with the name Tanis. We are the best namespace. Tanis is a name that I've encountered a fair amount. It's not uncommon, and it's very common in certain contexts, but kind of like setting a tone of like, right, some people really hate it when another person has the same name, and I'm not that way whatsoever. So kind of like putting stuff out there to make that like, if you can come and talk to me if your name is Tanis. But I can also like, it's a great way for like, is there another Tanis that wrote a book? You know, like after I've done the Tanis Hellawell stuff, like I've done one video on a Tanis Hellawell book and stuff like that, like opening it up to randomness in the namespace, and like, we are the best namespace, you know, that kind of thing. Okay. Lowering, so third category, lowering my personal best times to world record. So currently, as of filming this, Wednesday, 24 January 2024, my personal best time is 4 minutes 35.99 seconds. 4:35. It binned at the 4:35.00 to 4:35.99. It's a 4:35. The world record is 4:20. So it's another high one. It's a 4 and this second's threshold. It's 4 minutes 20.98 seconds. So I'm over 15 seconds out. I'm 15.01 seconds away from the world record currently, which was by Derbe Waiteji of Ethiopia. And the the indoor world record is a 4:13.31 by Jenzebe Dibaba of Ethiopia. And the world record in the outdoor is 4:07.64 by Faith Kipyegon of Kenya, with the number 2 being a 4:12.33 by Sifan Hassan, who competes for the Netherlands and was born in Ethiopia. So, how would I go? So that's the state of the world. It's like as of filming, right? Like in terms of like the competition space. And so how would I do that? Slowly. I have an approach for dropping 30 seconds. I do what I term arcing. It's when I take a 30-second, I need to drop 30 seconds or approximately 30 seconds. And so I don't actually set target times. And I do a arc. I need to lose this much time. Because if I lost 30 seconds, if I drop 30 seconds off of my personal best time, even if it were like translated to a track, it's approximately world record time, right? So I can lose 30 seconds. I would approach it slowly though, the road personally, right? Some people might drop 20 seconds in one go from their personal best time. For this approach, we're talking about like, I guess this would be a first world record, be it a 4:20 or something faster. Slow. That means multiple time drops between where I am and getting that world record. That's my approach. Lowering my so category 4. I guess this is the category 4. Lowering my personal best time lower than world record pace. So that would be like I achieve a first world record and then I want to keep getting faster. So that's the same approach. What I call arcing. It's a if I did that, so if I did, like, let's say one arc, so follow through with the full arc and see if I can achieve it. If I can achieve the full arc, which is approximately a 30-second time drop from where I'm at, do it again, right? If I did it again, I'd be competitive with men where they are today. That's right, like, so they could keep getting faster and then I'm behind still, you know? So It's a great place for me to be on an approach in declaring or defining, perhaps more accurately, this right now. Right? I could do that twice and still, right, be about on par with the men. Right, and that's a great, I don't know, it's mentally freeing kind of thing. Okay, on being a city child, so this is category 5. On being a city child, Seattle child, and potentially getting to set a world record in road running. That would be about the coolest thing I could think of. I mean, okay, Seattle was where Amazon incorporated, the online retailer. Like the Seattle area is where it was founded. It's where Microsoft was founded, approximately. It's where aircraft manufacturer Boeing was founded. It's where outdoor supplies company REI was founded. It's where food chains such as Red Robin Gourmet Burgers and Brews was founded. It's where Starbucks was founded. It's, okay, like it fits the place, okay? We got high tech. We got outdoor stuff. We got food. We got big burgers, you know? We got the bougie mocha lattes. And here comes this little Seattle child being like, and we can run on the road, you know? Like that would be so cool to have Seattle added to the Seattle skyline of achievements, you know? Out there with the skyscrapers and the Space Needle. Road running world record in the 1 mile run. I just, you know, I've thought about this a lot, especially when I broke the 5-minute mile road running mile. First time I was like, Seattle, it could be Seattle, the Emerald City in road running. We're just like, we are such a funky city, and that just so fits. And it would be so cool to bring that to my city. Not that it hasn't happened. Seattle has had some really great runners, and in the 1 mile run, and women in the 1 mile run. So it'd be restoring that legacy. Okay, but in the theme of legacy, so number 6, I guess, I think, if I've counted correctly, contributing to the legacy of Africa in running. Yeah, so the outdoor world record holder, Kenya. The one before her was the one born in Ethiopia who competes for the Netherlands now. The indoor world record is Ethiopia. The road running world record is Ethiopia. And what is it? Number 2 in the indoor is Ethiopia. And right, the number 2 in the outdoor is the Ethiopia born and competes for the Netherlands. I achieved my first 1 mile road run time faster than 5 minutes in South Africa. How cool. So, right, I'm not the same ethnicity of these people, but I do have a legacy on their continent, of being like, I'm here and I'm going to run, right? And it shows that even people who are not of that ancestry can run there, right? And that they in their land are still positively contributing to the legacy of running for people who are not from there, right? And I provide that kind of external perspective, you know? So it'd be a big deal, I think, right? It adds to their a kind of people, right? From my perspective. Okay, sorry, my tear ducts are like, ah, I'm just like, so, okay. 7, the last category. Possibility of YouTubing the journey. So this is like with my Who Am I wedding scenario and moving and stuff. I've talked about a hypothetical 6-year hiatus. There's this could be instead of a hypothetical or a delaying of the hypothetical 6-year hiatus of new content would be YouTubing a running journey, which would be essentially just continue sharing my life if this became like what I was really focusing on. Little things like Reese's, right? Like getting to share the food that, you know, fuels me in my runs and my personal best times, but also just notable achievement times, whether they are a personal best time or not, like the John Landy inspired run. All right. So in conclusion, that was a tactical brainstorm for my approach to a pursuit of a world record in the 1 mile road run for me, Tanis Coralee Leonhardi. And possibly sharing it on this YouTube channel, Tanis Leonhardi, but especially taking into account what I've already done and what works for me and who might be a part of that journey, even training, support group, that kind of stuff in the future. Happy day and time of viewing to you whenever you're viewing this, and happy place of viewing this wherever you're viewing this from.